Hey guys, my name is Chris if you didn't already know, and welcome to my show, SmegChris Review. And once again I want to talk about a television show before I get on with the movie review. The television show in question is The Flight Attendant. It stars and executive produced by Kaylee Cuoco, who I think is absolutely fantastic in this. You probably remember her from The Big Bang Theory. She played Penny. In this show she plays a far different character. Basically she plays a flight attendant and she goes off with one of the passengers on a one night stand. And then when she wakes up the next morning, she finds him in bed next to her, dead. And of course at this point she doesn't know what to do, she starts to freak out. And this is why I think she's fantastic in it, because her performance was amazing. And I've only watched the first episode. At first she's about to call the police, then she doesn't, and then she starts to try and scribble proof that she was there. Then she's trying to get out of the country she's in because she doesn't want to get arrested there. So there's plenty of those edge of your seat moments. And believe it or not, there is some humour in there as well. One of the things that did surprise me was that Greg Berlanti, producer of Arrow and The Flash and all those DC shows, is an executive producer on this too. One thing I can't say I liked about the show was it was doing that silly thing where you've got different screens on your TV and you're like, which one am I supposed to look at? I hate it when they do that. But other than that, it was great. And I've still got 5 episodes to watch. I've got a feeling I'll get through them pretty quick. Wouldn't recommend kids to watch it, but everybody else, I would. And now to the movie review of ZACK SNYDER'S Justice League. Why do I feel like I've done this one before? I'm kidding. Now before I do go on about it, I must repeat that I actually enjoyed the original version of Justice League. I know a lot of people didn't, hence the Snyder Cut trend that happened. And because of that, we got this whole new version. And you might find that I'm going to do a lot of comparisons to that film to this new version. Rightly so. So don't get me wrong, there is quite a lot of the original movie in this, but there is so much more that we didn't see. And just so you know, there will be spoilers in this review, so if you don't want to know, I suggest you turn this off. And maybe go watch one of my other videos. Now don't get me wrong, ZACK SNYDER'S Justice League is far superior to Justice League. However, there are some bad points. Like for example, one of the things that I really enjoyed about the original was Danny Elfman's music. His theme for The Flash was absolutely epic. That's now gone bye-bye. Don't get me wrong, I love Junkie XL. I'm trying to remember his real name. Hold that thought. Tom Holkenborg. Like I said, I do enjoy his music. His Mad Max Fury Road score was fantastic. But I was too busy missing Danny Elfman's music for this film that his just didn't feel as epic. I mean, it was good, just not as epic. Another bad point, this film goes on for nearly 4 hours. 4. There were some parts that could have just not been in there. Like for example, once again, Bruce Wayne has one of his little premonition dreams that goes on way too long. That was one of the things that I hated about Batman v Superman, was all these dream sequences he kept having. Don't want to see them. I mean, that dream sequence I'm talking about is actually the second teaser at the end, and it just didn't seem poignant at all. Although I did enjoy the fact that they kept in the Lex Luthor teaser where he met Deathstroke. And I can only think of one other bad thing that made the movie go on way too long. I love ZACK SNYDER'S directing, but he spends an awful lot of time making his shots go in slow motion. There was far too many. Again, they weren't all needed. But let me move on to the good stuff. We got to explore Victor Stone's origins in far more detail. Yes, there was some slow motion stuff going on there, but it fit that story. All of that was left out of the original version. So it was nice to get more character development with him and his father, who we actually got to see more of in this film. And there was a lot more explanation in between plot points as well. Like for example, one thing that always bugged me with Justice League was when Superman came back from the dead and he started fighting the other heroes, Lois Lane showed up out of nowhere. And I was always thinking, how? In this one we get to find out because she gets more screen time and more development, and we see why she is there. And it also made more sense that Superman recognised Lois Lane before he started coming to his senses. Whereas in the other version, it was as soon as he saw Batman, he was like, do you bleed? And started remembering then. So as much as I like that cool line, this new way was a lot better. And also there were 2 characters that were missing from the original version. First being Darkseid. Like in the original, we were told that Steppenwolf was trying to take over Earth back in the past and he was thwarted. Turns out, oh no, it was Darkseid. That made more sense. And of course Steppenwolf had more development too, because he was trying to get back in the good graces of Darkseid by doing what he was doing. And the other character, and this is a major spoiler, Martian Manhunter's in it, only for a little fraction of time. And he appears at the end as well. A little disgruntlement though, if he was already there, Why didn't he show up for the big fight? I don't know. Well, and I have to admit there was one other scene that I absolutely loved, was when we first see Barry Allen and he has to go rescue Iris West from a car crash. That was brilliant. And I did notice there were some things from the original movie that was missing from this one. Like, for example, when Aquaman sat accidentally on Wonder Woman's lasso and starts telling everyone the truth about himself and all that. That was missing. But all the new good stuff outweighed that. But overall, this film is far better than the original version. By miles. In fact, I'm giving Zack Snyder's Justice League I think that's more than I gave Justice League. I'm pretty certain of it. And that's the end of the video. It's now time for me to go. All that's left for me to say is thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. I didn't know if I was actually going to get to see Zack Snyder's Justice League because it came on Sky Cinema on Now TV. I don't have Sky Cinema. And then I talked to my brother and he said, oh, you can do a free trial for 7 days. And I was like, really? One click later, I was watching the film. And because it is a 7-day trial, there are some films on there that I want to watch, so expect more reviews from me for them.